Hello, snakes. My name is Dante, and today it's Podcast Tuesday once again. So, it's the last week of Jumpstart Historic Horizons spoilers. Full spoilers are out, so now we're going to review top 10 best cards in that are new. Just not the reprints, the new cards, aka the arena exclusive cards. Yeah, so. It's just but we always start with a combo and a non-bow. So let's start off with the combo. And it is Mystic Sanctuary, Meloku the Clouded Mirror, and Time Warp. So the combo is if you need to have 3 or more islands for this to work. You have Meloku out, you play Time Warp, then play Mystic Sanctuary, putting Time Warp on top of your library, pay 1 mana to bring back Mystic Sanctuary to your hand and create a 1/1 illusion. Then basically do this, and you get a. Hey, thanks for following. Fragilated. Nice. Yeah. So yeah. Thanks a lot. And welcome to the snake team. So and then basically it's cool because basically you do this and you get infinite turns and infinite 1/1s with flying because you constantly put Time Warp back on top of your library, then use Meloku to bring back the land to your hand. So you just infinitely take turns and just hit your opponent with infinite flyers. Very cool. Now, for each combo, there's always a non-bow, the opposite of a combo, and there is Engineered Explosives and Stony Silence. So if you just have both of these out, Stony Silence disables the Engineered Explosives. So you don't want to have both of these out at the same time. Just you could use it as a trap so the opponent does not destroy the Stony Silence, because most of these non-bows actually help you prevent the opponent from destroying one of those cards. And like if the non-bow makes one of the cards stand on top and the other card not work, then you're using it as a way to protect the top card. So that if they destroy the top card, then you can use the bottom card. So that's actually another reason to play non-bows. Even though non-bows are actually bad, they serve a functionality which is to protect. So basically, no one wants to just destroy Stony Silence if you've got Engineered Explosives disabled by the Stony Silence. So yeah. So that's actually a cool strategy. And they don't want to destroy Engineered Explosives because it's useless. Well, if they are going to coordinate and destroy both of them, then they could do that. So yeah. It's actually cool. Now, let's go to the number 10 in this list. And it is Shoreline Scout. 1 mana 1/1 Merfolk Scout. With 1 enters battlefield, you may exile a Merfolk or a land from your hand. Then conjure Tropical Island to your hand. And as long as another merfolk or an island enter battlefield under your control this turn, Shoreline Scout gets +1/+0. So yeah, I mean it's basically say 1 mana 1/1 that becomes a 2/1 if another merfolk or an island entered, and it conjures Tropical Island, a classical reserved list card, and not Power 9 though. It's an OP land, the best land. It's a dual land forest island. Yeah, just the greatest there is. And I mean, the other variations of the alpha lands, there are none of them in this set. It's only Tropical Island that can get conjured. But yeah, Tropical Island, it's now an MTGA. Wow. I mean, Magic the Gathering Online had Vintage Masters that basically brought back all the OP stuff for Vintage. Like, legit, they have the Power 9 in that set. I mean, they're not breaching the reserve list because it's not print, it's actually digital, so, and the reserve list does not hit digital. So let's just go into the simple 9, and it is Mentor of Evil 3 mana 2/1 bird wizard with flying, and on the battlefield, one of your creatures in your hand perpetually gains flying, and you choose it. Yeah. So it's actually kind of cool, like because it's a 3 mana 2/1 that flies and gives one of your creatures in your hand flying, which is cool. And that could actually end up like being very powerful. Maybe for the sealed in the set, I mean basically it's well, this set, the Jumpstart Historic Horizons, it's gonna be basically you enter, you pay an entry, you basically get 4 themes where you choose 2 of them, and then that's your deck. Then you just have to battle others that have those decks as well. And then the prizing is when you never get eliminated from the tournament for losing. The wins accumulate, and like you get different Jumpstart Historic Horizons cards. This is just going to be like last year where we had a Jumpstart in like what, July or something, I don't know. Then they brought back in December for Christmas. And yeah, I mean I did it once. I mean, apart from using wildcards, this is the only way to get Jumpstart Historic Horizons cards or Jumpstart cards in MTGA, because you can't actually buy the booster packs in the in-game marketplace. The only booster packs you can't actually buy are the Jumpstart ones actually. But then just the remastered stuff like the CODZ remastered and MCAT remastered, these were available in the marketplace for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah. I mean, these cards are just going to be Magic the Gathering Arena exclusive. I mean, in one moment, I'll try and see if it's possible to play these mechanics in paper and see how it goes, because I think it's not going to work. But at least it's good to try. Let's go to the number 8, and it is Kiora, the Tide's Fury. 4 mana, 4 loyalty legendary Planeswalker Kiora, and it has a +1, which is to conjure Kraken Hatchling into your hand. It's a 1 mana 0/4 Kraken. That's it. Another +1, which is to untap target creature or land. Prevent all damage that we dealt to and dealt by that permanent until your next turn. So that actually works to untap your creatures and actually make them powerful blockers, but also to stop the opponent's creatures from dealing damage. Also works with land, so you can re-ramp, and it works. Also, if you do it on a pain land, not a canopy land, a pain land, it actually stops the damage because it stops the damage because like if you do like something on City of Brass or a pain land like Battlefield Forge or Llanowar Wastes and stuff, that you don't take damage from it because Cure stops damage. -3, you sacrifice a Kraken to create an 8/8 Kraken token. That's actually OP. You just -3 and you get an 8/8. And potentially just sacrifice the 1-mana Kraken hatchling. That's just OP. And I mean, there are changelings in this set, so this is going to be interesting. Changelings are Krakens, so that counts as a Kraken. Sacrifice it, you get an 8/8 Kraken. Nice. Let's just go into the number 7, the simple 7, and it is anyone else was actually playing? Who else was playing those Mystery Booster Convention editions, and liked getting those playtest cards and other stuff? Well, you know, there's Bone Rattler, a 5-mana 4/4 skeleton, which when it dies, exile it and put 4 reassembling skeleton tokens into your graveyard. Well, you know what? He's back. Well, those token mechanics in the playtests, I think they're just like they end up being MTGA exclusives and stuff, and it was cool to test them out in paper. So Boneyard Aberration, 5-mana 3/3 skeleton dog. When it dies, exile it and conjure 3 reassembling skeletons into your graveyard, which is a 2-mana 1/1 skeleton warrior with 2 mana. Return it from graveyard to battlefield tapped. So, the difference between conjuring and creating tokens of cards is that the conjurations act as cards that you own, so you get sent to hand, graveyard, library. They can move zones. But the tokens, if they are on the battlefield, then as soon as they hit the battlefield, they disappear when they leave. Like when they leave, regardless of how they leave, they disappear. But the tokens, if you just place them into your library or to your graveyard, like through Bone Rattler, Time Sidewalk, whatever, you have them there. But then when you bring them back, after they're gone, that's it. They're gone forever. But conjurations, the conjured card that actually stays forever. So if it dies, you bring it back. This is gonna be OP. Boneyard Aberration. Yeah. It's actually kind of interesting how they're bringing back making those playtest mechanics in Arena. Because I mean, they're playtests and they foretell future, like kind of like Future Sight but more accurate. Because Future Sight just did not bring back or just create new mechanics. Like Tarmogoyf predicted Planeswalkers, that happened. And it's one of the most powerful card types in Magic the Gathering nowadays. Just a hybrid mana filter lands that they made the full set in Lorwyn. Canopy lands, they ended up doing an enemy land cycle in MH1, and also. But then there's other mechanics that never happened. Oh, Transmute happened. That was cool. Transmogrify. Not Transmogrify. Transfigure. It's that never happened. That actually never happened. And Gravestorm. Like lots of these mechanics didn't actually come out, but they're very close to bringing back like lots of those. Like for example. Enchantment Ties instantly turned into one with the stars in that set. Then they made basically made keyword counters, and that's it. They became a thing in Ikoria, and I think they might have continued. I don't know. And dog. Uh, dog was a creature type. Came out in M21. Replaced hound. Now, Zendikar Rising. I don't know what that added. Kaldheim. I don't remember what got added there. Strixhaven. I think Ward was actually a playtest mechanic. D&D. Whoa, they released Beholders. And finally, MTG Arena, Jumpstart Historic Horizons, Conjured. That's the new mechanic there. So, let's go into the number 6, and it is Mana Gorger Phoenix. 2 mana, 2/2 Phoenix with flying, cannot block. And when you cast a spell, if it's in the graveyard, you put a flame counter on it, and for each red in that spell's mana cost, and if it has 5 or more flame counters on it, bring it back and it perpetually gets +1/+1. So just continuously just gets +1/+1 every time it just dies. So basically, every time it dies, when you cast 3 spells, it comes back with one extra power and toughness, and it just flies, but can't block. That's the only issue. It's powerful though. But I think there's cards in the set that can increase or just change symbols on the mana cost. So yeah, that could be different. But I mean, for now, it just it just gets like it's 3 counters, then 2 count. It's 3 spells and 2 spells, 3 spells and 2 spells, and like because it gets added 2 counters every time, and just and yeah, it's just that powerful. Let's go to number 5, and it is Sarkan, Wanderer to Shiv, and it's a 4 mana, 4 loyalty legendary planeswalker Sarkan with +1. Your dragons in your hand perpetually gain. This spell costs 1 less to cast, and you may pay X rather than pay this spell's mana cost, where X is its mana value. So basically, you can with the +1, it makes your dragons 1 mana cheaper, but then you can instead spend generic mana equal to the converted mana cost of the dragon. But that's excluding discounts. That's the thing. The 0 conjures the Shivan Dragon to your hand, not the Via Shivan Dragon. Shivan Dragon is a 4 mana, 6 mana 5/5 dragon. Wait, it's a 5/5 on me? Oh yeah, it's a 5/5. Flying and fire breathing, or 1 red and it gets +1/+0 at the end of turn. Via Shivan Dragon is a 2 double red and double green dragon with flying, 1 red for a +1/+0 at the end of turn, and 1 green for +0/+1 at the end of turn. And it's in the reserve list, so. And also there's 2 dragons that basically. This is actually like one of those fusion creatures in Magic the Gathering that basically and that basically we have both of those. You could actually sacrifice them and search your library for the 3rd card, and you just get it in for free. And so yeah, just because apparently I was just searching up Shivan Dragon, and it showed up Shivan Dragon and Via Shivan Dragon. Yeah. So yeah, and say -2 to deal 3 damage to target creature. So that's actually cool because it removals, brings dragons. Yeah, very cool. So let's go in to the number 4, and it is
Renderforce.com.
Tome of the Infinite. 3 mana legendary artifact with 1 blue, tap, and conjure a random card from the spellbook into your hand. Perpetually gains, you may spend mana zero if you're a mana of any color to cast a spell. If you don't know the list, then if you're watching it on YouTube, you can check out the link in the description to the past podcast, which is a list of the cards. I just reviewed the tome itself and the 9 cards from worst to best. Also, if you're on Twitch, remember to join the Discord server and you can find the link to the past podcast. And you can find out the link there. But yeah, it's a cool card because it just conjures just random 1 mana spells that are just powerful, like Dark Ritual, Lightning Bolt, Ponder, and yeah, Giant Grove, Light of Hope or something. I don't know. It's a long list and it's powerful. Let's go into the golden free, and it is remember to do that if you aren't already. And we got Taiyo Egg is Adept. 4 mana, 4 loyalty, legendary planeswalker, Taiyo with +1. Up to 1 target creature base power perpetually becomes equal to its toughness. And perpetually gains this creature can attack as though it didn't have defender. So yeah, that's actually very cool. -2, conjure Lumbering Light Shield into the battlefield. A new card actually. 2 mana, 1/4 illusion with when enters battlefield, target opponent reveals a non-land card at random from their hand. Costs 1 more perpetually. -6, you get an emblem at the beginning of your end step. Return target white creature card from your graveyard to battlefield. You gain life equal to its toughness. So this is a powerful card for a walls deck or something, and basically it's that powerful. Yeah, just brings back your creatures, gives you life for it. There we go. And also just brings in Lumbering Light Shields onto the battlefield. Yeah, onto the battlefield, not into your hand. This is a powerful conjuration effect. That reveals opponent's hand, you can +1 him and it turns it into a 4/4. So yeah, this is a good card for walls deck, like Arcades, walls. That's just complete. Now, to the number 2, and it is Freyalise, Skyshroud Partisan, 3 mana, 4 loyalty legendary planeswalker Freyalise, +1, untap up to 1 target elf. That elf and a random elf in your hand perpetually gain +1/+1. -1, seek an elf card, which basically you randomly get 1 elf card from your library into your hand, without even searching, without shuffling. -6, conjure Regale Force onto the battlefield. Wow. Apparently, Wizards of the Coast knows about the elf strats and and how they work. Like especially the commander decks, you just get elves and stuff, and then you play Regal Force, Tishano. I think was it called? I don't know. Just cards that draw cards for each creature you control. Regal Force, 7 mana, 5/5 elemental. Once you battlefield, draw a card for each green creature you control. And it's just that powerful. So all the elf strategies, just there you go, just very powerful. Just they're gonna use Freyalise because untaps elves, makes your elves stronger, brings you elves, gives you cards by conjuring with Regal Force, and yeah, it's basically all the elf strats in one card. Legit. I think like Wizards wants to fuel this for some reason. I don't know why, but Wizards just wants to fuel this. Like they're gonna make this a thing in Historic now. I mean, this was a thing in Legacy, Commander, maybe a few modern decks as well. But yeah, let's go into the number one. And it is Gabriel, Soul Broker. 4 mana, 4 loyalty, legendary Planeswalker. Gabriel. +1. On your next turn, whenever an opponent attacks you and or Planeswalkers you control, they discard a card. If they can't, they sacrifice an attacking creature. -2. Accept one of his offers and one of his conditions. There's a whole list of them, and I'll probably review it in a future video or podcast. All the new offers and conditions by Gabriel. -3. Target creature perpetually gets -3/-3. So yeah, that's really powerful, and yeah. So yeah, congratulations! You've reached the end of the podcast. So why don't you like and subscribe and follow if you enjoy. Ciao friends, stay tuned for my videos, streams, and podcasts. Podcasts will be live every Tuesday, so stay tuned to them. Watch my other videos too. Thanks for watching. It's 4 p.m. GMT, 6 p.m. CET for the podcast timing. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And bye.